Hello, hello. Hello, welcome. Dancing Taco is gone. I don't even remember what we were doing last time, but I do know we had our druid going. All right. Trying to fix my chat windows. So we are streaming to both YouTube and to Twitch. And I am not prepared. Sorry, Illidan. All right. Hey, welcome. Greetings. Salutations. My name's Matt. Playing a little World of Warcraft hardcore today. And we're going to continue our journey on Skull Rock. Dipping and diving, doing whatever we were doing, leveling away. We're level 23. We've been able to drop a bunch of Starfires on peeps, and it makes me very happy. Makes me a very happy guy. All right. What in the world are we doing? All right, we got some stuff going on in Stone Talon Mountains. I did do some playing. We completed Wailing Caverns. We got ourselves a couple of new items. We'll actually equip it here. We got the Stinging Viper. Not that it's like that amazing of a mace, but as my light is like going crazy on my hair here. It is not happy today. That's okay. That's all right. I hate it. I'm so mad. But we got ourselves a Stinging Viper, which is sweet. Continuing with our mace action, doing our melee stuff. Maybe. I don't know. Might be because I'm wearing slightly like green colors. Who knows? Who knows? We'll fix it next time. I didn't have time to get on and figure out or get like partially set up, but that's totally fine. We're here. We're doing the thing. Maybe I just got green hair today. I did wash it. Did do some washing. Where in the world was I running to? I feel like we should learn some weapons. I also got this dagger. We've been trying out the dagger to weave our wonderful moonfires. Oh my goodness. Everything's just dropping right now. My mouse is gone. Where did my profile go? All right, we might have to relaunch the stream. We're back. We can actually play the game now. Okay. Huge. We're back. Just make sure we're rocking and rolling around the course of action. Hello? Yeah, if I didn't have my my gaming mouse, I don't know why it was just completely deleted and yeeted and deleted, but would have been a lot of me clicking. And I know that would trigger a lot of classic WoW players, even though there's going to be a lot of clicking anyways. All right. Where are we going? We want to go somewhere. I kind of want to roll over to... Can either go Asheville or Torrenville. What I'm kind of feeling. Not feeling like doing any more Stone Talon Mountains. We got a couple dungeons we could do here soonish. Maybe we just go to Ashenville. What's the level range up in here? It feels really dangerous. But I am feeling it. What we got over here? Troll charms. I'm feeling it. Let's roll back to the crossroads and let's make this darn thing happen. Sam's, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Got young samurai here with me. He's hanging out today. Good boy. All right. He has found his spot right up on my chair, so I can't move that thing too much. We're gonna screw some of these quests. We're never going back to do counterattack. Enjoy some defense and some moonfires. And we gather this free money. We never say no. And we'll give a regrowth. Double down on that healing. Where am I going? We need to go north. Absolute clownery. Yeah, we did Wailing Caverns. We finished up all the quests over there too. Got our Crescent Staff if we want to swap over to some big int. But we got some nature damage on each of the weapons. This is like mini Stinging Viper. Got this off a rare over in Stone Talon Mountains. Because we are seeking for the glory. I want your leather. Dirty Paladin over here. If I didn't absolutely love this character, I would absolutely be down for some Makaran, but I am terrified to lose this character. And someone was over here recently murdering some stuff. Not interested in any of that, but I do appreciate you. The Barrens is under attack. Who is doing stuff here on hardcore in that regard? Happy Monday to anyone and everyone out there. Yes, to happy Monday to you too. For some reason got excited when I said happy Monday. What a gooberino. I should have definitely came more prepared. Made this run to this absolutely terrifying area well before hopped on stream. Well before. We didn't end up doing this one. This one comes from this dude up here. But it's so much traveling over the Barrens. Spent almost 15 minutes just running. Gotta love classic. where are we running to? Got to get to Ashenvale first. Come on now, shift over. Right, we're going to be running north on this dangerous road. I came up here to get the flight point at like level 19. Thought I could handle this stuff. These horde scouts, they don't help you. I was being chased down by... I was taking out one of these ghost runners because I wanted probably this Briarthorn. Then a spider came rolling up behind me, trying to hyperspawn murder me. And these scouts and peons just were watching me die. It was wonderful. But playing as a druid, we're not even on the right road, man. What are we doing? Now we're just asking for it, running out here. All these slimes, all these oozes. Gotta get used to that speed of the dagger. Can't be dying to our first runner out here. All right, we just need to get back to the road. Got ourselves some manuals. Really, man? This is how it's gonna be? And there's the classic spider. Just leave me alone, man. Look how fast that spider is. It's cooking. don't know why we're doing an escort quest, but here we are. Leave me alone, Spooter. This seems extremely dangerous. My word. Homie. You can't be going in there. Well, they're handling it just fine. Don't mind me. Resisting. Oh yeah, this seems awful. Silverwing has been claimed for the Horde. Boondabar. You turned it into? Oh! It's a pretty sweet little staff. Too bad we already got this sweet guy. Okay, Mr. Napman. We got one of those. for chapter 1. Yeah, see, these guys are way higher level than me. Hello. As I dropped the quest, I lost the item. Silly, silly goose. Warsong supplies. Ooh. Loving that. Too bad it's not leather. Trying to find int gear that has tons of leather on, or int gear that is leather. Good lord. All right, what are we doing? At least grab the flight point. Ooh-wah, 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 ooh-wah. Person doesn't sell anything. Stone Talon standstill. At least we got a flight path up here. Alright, we're a skosh underleveled here. Not made of money. Good lord. Got a quest out here, right? No, we're under level. It'd be coming over here. Guess we could look for outrunners. Probably can handle them. Sure, why not? Under level, under geared. Just gotta watch out for the spooters. I have no idea why I was clicking that one. Really now. I just don't think it's in the cards. Realistically, we could definitely handle this. We're just gonna have to go slow. Go slow and safe. I wish I could cure diseases. I'm gonna get kicked. Really do think we should head over to Torn Mill, so that way we're over there for Shadowfang Keep. That was probably the smart move. But we're over here in Ashenville, like absolute clowns. What's in this little burrow here? Yeah, we should be over in Torn Mill. Mistakes! I've made a few. Oh. I love being able to swap between the forms. Forsaken. Over here. It's like I heard you. Is this a for the glory moment? I'd love it to be a for the glory moment. But we're an Oomkin. Don't kick me. You kicked me. We only need 2 more of those suckers. Then we're boogieing. The proper boomy rotation. Really gonna parry me? Eins mehr. Let's boogie. I'm climbing the trees. Really need to spend all my money on swiftness potions. Shamufu. And enjoy some more DPS and defense. Alright, we got a boogie. We got a long journey ahead of us. Got a long journey ahead of us. Brow. Bow, chicka 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 bow, 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 chicka 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 bow, 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 da 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 da. EANANAS. All that running just so we could spend 5 silver to fly out here. That's incredible. EANANAS. Right back. Oh, Sam's. Recharge the stream. We done made it. While we're here, that's hello. Swift. They're so expensive. I'm going for it. I am going for it. You pop one of these, you can run away. I should have found a vendor to sell some shenanigans. Anyone? Bueller? 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 Innkeeper? Because we got to get our hooves on Ova. Get rid of some of those. Sure. We'll be back up there. We'll be back up there. And just like that, back over a gold. Lickety split. All right. No stamina boost. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie. Coop, 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 coop. There we go. Thank you, Carl. Whack attack. Enjoy some more defense and stats. Oh no! Do we pop a swiftness potion just to make it? That's the question. Or is it going to be flying away the second we get up there? Up! Woo! Made it. We done made it. Booty sweat. Oi. It's a hard knock life. Tourist fall. Someone is knocking at the door. Thanks for defending the house. Packages being delivered. I was about to end up on the sinking boat. All right. We got ourselves a long run. Have I been to Undercity? I feel like I've been to Undercity. I have. We just haven't been to Torrin Mill yet. Ba-da-ba. Because I'm just not even paying attention. Just got the Scarlet Crusade all around me. Man. Everyone's gonna always be leaving this free money. Could have totally flown as well. That might have been smart. Definitely be better than being a dense individual. Do. Not going to go after every single one. We will monitor for rares. Other than we're not quite ready for Sons of Arguel yet. We should have definitely flown. Picked up at least one of these quests. It's like this one. Get out. Supplies. We'll get back up there. Satyr horns. We'll make our way up there again. We'll hold that one. I just want to drop as many starfires as possible. Question is, do I just start doing a few of these? We got a Shadowfang Keep. Am I even gonna get... Yeah, I'm not gonna get any... Is that like a quest chain? I don't even remember. Get out of here. We should grab that one. Toss it. We're dipping it. Love to be a little smarter. No int. None for me. Ooh, wow. Keeps just dying. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Got this herb pouch. I got herbs just not even hanging in it. Still got to pick up all the Peace Bloom. Eventually, we'll swap over from skinning to alchemy. Eventually. Probably could have just done the crossing quest, but alas, we're here. He made me a little bit smarter. Got some firepower going on. That is a spec I would like to level as. Fire Mage. All right. All right, all right, all right. Hillsbrad Foothills. Gotta remember, these mobs are actually at our level. That's a big spooter. Resisted. Dipping and dodging. Vastly underrated skill, Omen of Clarity. It would be very, very awesome. Don't see me. Just trying to discover some areas for the map. Here we go. Be awesome if shape-shifting abilities didn't cost as much as they do. Because in the grand scheme of things, the 30% you can drop it here, not nearly as much when it's just percentage based. Cruiseweed. The son of Argul. Leech Wave. He was not paying attention. I heard you. This hunter's gonna come. Oh no. See, we got some Yetis. I'm excited. Do some Yeti hunting. Lots of people leveling up in Torren Mill. Or I should say Hillsbrad Foothills. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-ba-ba. He's so fast. We need all the money we can get. So we're going to be taking... Oh, no. We're going to be taking cash when we can get it. Gonna be taking that cash. Harrod Mill. Guess first thing we'll do is snatch up this flight point from Zarais. Thank you. Got a ding level up. All right, we were popping it into Moonfire. We also got some skills that we can learn. Maybe we'll accept it for now. I do think I'm gonna make this the home inn. All right, what other shenanigans? It says a hooded cowl. I kind of want it. Sure, we'll accept it. And there's one more quest here, another wanted. Is there a second wanted poster? All right, what can we drop? What can we drop? You. Who knows if we'll actually do it? But we're here, so we're grabbing it. All right. The speed of the dagger feels way better than the speed of the mace. Hey, what's up? You made a druid in retail? Nice. I was actually talking to my buddy Jeremy last night. And he was trying to convince me back into retail because he's been jamming it out. And we're swapping back to the speed of the dagger. Because we're missing everything. Do. Yeah, the new classes definitely add a lot PvP. Lots of PvP. Blah, 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 blah. Hashtag speaking. A lot of PvP, I imagine. Yeah, I was watching. Actually, it's funny that you say that. I was watching some clips of Moonkin Balanced Druid in PvP last night after talking to Jeremy. And I was like, should have watched Death Knight. Because seeing the whole hero system or hero specs that they showcased at BlitzCon kind of made me want to get back into retail. Not gonna lie. Bust out an old DK, get the unholy going. A true necromancer feel. Yeah, I was watching. I'm just like all over the place. I was watching some PvP videos of Moonkin, and it looked like a lot of fun. The dude was really blasting a lot, doing a ton of DPS, ton of AoE. Yeah, especially if you like a lot of the melee classes. I mean, Druid's never been like the best. Like DK obviously came out and it was just broke the game. But I'm surprised you never at least gave like Feral a shot. Mmm. Leveling up as Resto. Yeah, the last time I tried playing retail, I was leveling up a paladin. Just trying to get those vibes going. When you were leveling up your druid, were you swapping between forms at all? Because that's one thing that I'm really loving about this leveling experience is I feel like I'm swapping between the forms a lot. Cat form still easy mode. Nice. Yeah, it's a similar reason to why I've been like leveling a druid here. I mean, I love the Moonkin fantasy, but I also kind of want to do healing in dungeons and see if that's what I want. I mean, I plan on maining summoner. So really, that means I'll probably be a utility DPS in groups, which has me really jazzed. But cleric is definitely like a sharp, close second for my main. I definitely feel like I want to do a lot of healing in ashes. I feel like, especially if they got battle healing for the PvP. Let's go ahead and drink. We haven't had a drink of water in a hot minute. But I am also loving just dropping starfires. Don't go that way. And we went that way. This is some bear on bear crimes going on here. See, an Omen of Clarity is just so good. I just got a free heal to swap over into this, and now I can go one-on-one with this guy. Feels so good. Druid was your first character in WoW. Oh man, Diablo 2 Druid is definitely the bee's knees. I love that Druid. I love the aesthetics. I love the lore. The lore behind that Druid is phenoms. Like how they were like brethren with the barbarians, and then they like clashed, and then they separated. Yeah, after talking to Jeremy last night, I am definitely feeling the itch to do a little retail again. It's there. I just got to figure out what class I want to level. What class I want to get back into it with. Ho, 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 ho. Hello, Mr. Guardman. We're going to go back north. Yeah, a lot of the stuff from BlitzCon actually tickled me a little bit. What do you mean? Fighting the new class is not playing them? Get over here. Almost let myself die on that one. Killing a bunch of dragon men and demon hunters. Yeah, my Jeremy was saying he could see me being into the evoker. Specifically the support one. That I'm pretty sure I've just read that it's like busted. The problem with the evokers for me is I'm not a big fan of the skinny aesthetic. Like dragons in World of Warcraft to me are like the big beefy boys, like hunched over. Big drakes. The skinny lizard just doesn't vibe. But I mean, I'd give it a shot. Hit me. Oh, Brewmaster's another fantasy that, like, I actually really like. What was that? Big ol' axe. I didn't skin this. Yeah, the other race, people were disappointed. Wouldn't be surprised if they brought that other dragon race as an outer race. I mean, it would be really smart to do. Like if it was the beefy dragon, I'd be all over it like right away. It just aesthetically looks really good. Because honestly, the class sounds like awesome. Support, healing. You can rain fire down like a dragon. All that feels really good. Oh, out of the monks, like Brewmaster would probably be the only one that would interest me. But the hero specs, the hero skills that they went over for druids, those sounded dope. So, like being able to like summon a whole bunch of treants. That sounds so cool. To boost up your healing, and then you just got you basically bring the forest with you. That's what got me looking at the Moonkin stuff for the PvP. Ooh, this guy's ripping me apart. Healer? Now, what do they call it? I could really use some Omen of Clarity proc. Yeah, we've almost got that. We snag it at the end. Mistweaver. Oh my goodness, I'm just opening up tons of windows. Oh, hero. Yeah, they call it hero specs. So you essentially get 2 specs you can do for each talent tree. So like Guardians will have access to, yeah, what did they had, I mean, there's 4 hero specs for druids because there's 4 talent specs, but any like resto will have access to 2 of them, which one is the treants, and then one of them is one they didn't show. Oh, hit me. Yeah, the ones for DK sounded awesome. There was like Riders of the Apocalypse is one. Deathbringer, which is okay. And then it was a vampire one. It was like Sitran or something. I don't know all that vampire speak, but you knew it was for probably blood and unholy. There's a couple cool ones for Paladin, like Templar is one for Paladin, which I assume is going to be their DPS enhancement. Herald of the Sun was one, which sounds really cool. Which honestly, they're stealing a ton from Ascension on that one, or from Conquest of Azeroth, because there's a class in there that's essentially a paladin, but it's like a sun worshipper paladin. I don't have any of my buffs up. I know, WoW's back. S-Fan keeps screaming it. It's definitely feeling good. Like, Season of Discovery's got like a bunch of stuff that's I'm on the fence about, but I think for seasonal content it's gonna be perfect. I totally just realized that I have been muted this entire time. And when I took that phone call, good grief. I'm just sitting here singing and talking and oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Are you still checking out the hero specs? Have you checked out? I'm assuming that means everything that I was saying as far as like season of discovery for classic WoW. It's like, did I say something wrong? Oh, that's hilarious. I thought you dipped. I was like, man, I brought up season of discovery and like because I was talking about healing rain. They added the healing like rain cloud ability that I've been wanting, that I've been talking about for Ashes. They're adding that to the shaman in season of discovery. It's coming. Give me this free heal. Oh man, that was like really fast back-to-back procs. All right, we need to hyper focus some bears. What race do you play on your druid? Ah, Worgen. I think if I started leveling up a druid, I'd have to do high mountain Tauren. Ah, trying to create something close. Well, that would be the direction to go. Would definitely be the Worgen. All right, one more of these, and then we can finally sell some shenanigans. Yeah, I was telling my girlfriend about your Gorilla Templar. She was laughing. She thought it sounded awesome. A dodge. What can I toss? That's the one. Ah, we'll save the hearth. We're not too far away. Got a high level rogue over here. So if you did go like the Gorilla Tolnar, and you are a cleric, would you have another class that you could fit into the class fantasy of that like gorilla? Because that would be kind of the ultimate decider for me. Because I definitely think there's going to be points where you swap classes, especially if they get really in depth with the gearing system. Actually, it's funny that you say that about the cleric. I'm going to be playing 2 characters for streaming, and the other one's going to be a priest, because I too have been really feeling it as well. I want to level it up as a holy priest and do a lot of holy novas and do like the melee weaving with the wand. See if I can get good at that. Yeah, because I plan on doing 1 horde character and then 1 alliance character, and my alliance character is going to be a human priest, because it gets that boost in spirit, which once you get down the priest tree, you actually get the talent that boosts your damage based on your spirit. So it should be a good build. Right, Sams? Right, Samurai guy? But yeah, back to the question. What other class would fit a Tolnar gorilla? I'm actually going to pull up the class chart as well. Because we got Templar, Apostle, Shadow Disciple, Predator, oh my goodness, Protector, Oracle, Shaman, High Priest, and Scryer. I mean, they might not necessarily be wasted. You just gear your stats up on your actual gear towards it. Apostle definitely feels pretty good. Wow. 1 silver and 50 copper for a quest over here in the foothills. Got Apostle. Oh, supposed to give it to the dang frog. Sorry, my dude. Because looking at him, I definitely think Apostle works as well. I think Shaman works as well. Protector also really works. The ones that are a little tougher to kind of wrap around, which we just have to have a little bit more lore around these elements, would be Shadow Disciple, just because we don't know the elements of like what it means to be in the shadow realm or like death magic in Vera. Oracle is a little bit tough just because it's kind of a brute for a gorilla. But I mean, you know, if it's kind of Gorilla Grodd gorilla, like Oracle or Scryer would be pretty cool. Too bad Scryer's not more performance based. So you could be like a performance gorilla. Yeah, I definitely think Protector is for sure one that would fit in there. Plus, you're adding those on the open range kind of like elements. All right, we need to sell some shenanigans. I mean, the good thing about Ashes, like, you might not be like proficient or like as proficient as other classes, but you could always be melee regardless of what you choose. All right, we have just made some coinage. Yeah, you'll definitely be able to make anything melee. And then your gear that you choose, you choose that based off of what advantage you want as far as defenses. You choose plate if you want advantage against physical damage, or you take cloth if you want advantage against magic damage. So you cater that to where what you want. Yeah, I think Scryer is gonna, like, any of the bard classes, I think are going to be really advantageous for group play, because if it just is a bunch of self buffs, you're gonna buff up to make yourself do your role better. So you're gonna heal better, heal faster, heal wider, or you get to add little bits of tiny buffs to the other players that you are healing, and it just makes your heal that much better. So the potential's like really great. Let's bring the moon. Hit me. Yeah, I agree. Bard's definitely going to be melee leaning, because I think a lot of the kit is going to be player-based area effect. Wherever you're doing your performance is where your buffs go out. But I do think there will be, we can look at this tree here. Like Bard Summoner, I definitely could see them being able to place buffs anywhere. Bard Cleric, I feel like if you're doing like heal, like adding heals onto people, you'll have some range to it. Magician, Bard Mage, could definitely have some range on them. Obviously the Bard Ranger, the Song Warden, that one's definitely going to be have some range capabilities. Oh yeah, it's gonna, I think Summoner with the pets are gonna be visually like one of the best classes, but then Bard with, oh my goodness, these are level 30 over here just skinning away. But Bards, because I really love that Ashes is going with the performance base on it. Bards are performers. They're not just playing instruments. So they're going to like sing. They're going to, you know, give out a poem as visually pleasing as, you know, someone reading off a piece of paper can be. But, you know, I'm sure they can make it work. Don't see me. Just grabbing some herbs. He saw me. We're gonna have to run here really soon. Maybe not. Maybe I can take them. I don't want to do that. Yeah, and is the Bard Fighter the Tell Sword? Hey, I got it right. Yeah, Tell Sword gives me Dancing Monkey vibes 100%. Oh! Trying to do some mage plays over here. Hi, bud. Yeah, the agile gorilla would look really cool. And gorillas, if you've seen them wreck some suitcases, you know they're absolutely agile. Also, it's like Winston's ult from Overwatch, just jumping around, but with a little bit better flair. Tolnar Gorilla has a lot of reach. We're touching a ton of classes here. Now, if I'm doing summoner for Vec, a Vec Wildblade, a Vec Broodwarden absolutely works. A Vec Shadowmancer, I feel like definitely works. A Vec Beastmaster definitely works. A Vec Stalemancer. I think Vec works for every single summoner, and that makes me very jazzed. Don't parry my claws. Yeah, Vec Beastmaster, especially once we start getting a little bit more lore from like what creatures kind of pertain to all the different races, like the preferred creatures. I need you over here. Yeah, Vec Broodwarden sounds really good. Really spicy. Having my big spooter tank come out. Especially with how cool the arachnids have looked in the game already. But Brood is also just insect. Doesn't have to be limited to spiders. Boop, 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 boop. There are no lions. We're looking for these starving lions. Yeah, see the scorpion stuff from the desert biome? Is that resisted? I think it was resisted. And if animal husbandry gets like as froggy as it can be, we could like maybe even like combine things, so we could like have an arachnid scorpion. 8 legs on that sucker, multiple talons, just like the big one that we saw in the showcase. Have that as my brood pet, tanking for me. We need more. Or give me like a dragon hybrid of a scorpion. Now we're getting a little too frisky. You don't see me. You don't see me. I hadn't seen anything on the size of the pets, but that would be pretty cool. Go tell her, Sams. Yeah, having any tank pet, especially if it like slightly boosts the stats too to go solo pet. Like, I don't want to be too crazy where it makes it advantageous to not have all 3 pets out, but for a spec like Brood Warden, I mean, having 3 spiders follow you around definitely feels really good for the Brood Warden as well. But, you know. Yeah, the abominations are going to be in the game. I remember I was tweeting, I think it was Steven or their Ash's account. But they tweeted back saying the abominations are for sure going to be a thing. Oh, Citizen Welks, you need to calm yourself. Yep. There are 3 of them, and I don't want to do that yet. Run away, run away, run away. And this is why we grab the potions. Woo! Yeah, Summoner is support. It's in the support bucket. So, unfortunately, the Summoner's not going to be part of the Alpha 2. But I'm very curious to see how they design it. I have a sneaky suspicion it's going to be a jack of all trades. So less support and more it's support if you choose support pets. Or you can go all in on damage and have 3 damage pets. Or you can go all in on like having 3 tank pets and just be a solo monster. That's the way I foresee the class. It's a design how you'd like to play. Excuse me. I would really much like to use those spells. Yeah, the Enchanter. Yeah, just having a few more buffing pets would be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and give this guy some more defense for his AoE farming. He's using that fence. Oh. You meant those 2 being both last, yeah. As far as like class and combat design, like combat I've been pretty fine with. We need to see a lot more of the skills to really judge it. But if they can really nail the Summoner and the Bard as far as like playability, I think they're going to have a big win that they desperately need. There's no miner here. Just giant spiders. Giant spuderinos. We don't need any of these peeps. We need like the farmers. Yes, you definitely need them to be fun. And I like how they're incorporating damage into the support role, like they showcase with the cleric. So you've got a lot of damage spells that also heal. I think that's good. It makes you feel better than you're just sitting there, you know, click healing. At least it makes melee healing possible. All right. We need to figure out what we want to do. So we got the syndicate. Yeah, we're probably a little under-leveled for the farmers. By like 1 or 2. Hi, Sams. Hi. Megan's home. Why don't you go say hi to her? Sure, she wants to say hello. Yeah, hi. Hi, come here. Come here. Yes. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. You're on camera. You're on camera. Pretty puppies on the camera. Okay, get down. We're going to go try over here. Gorilla cleric with 2 orbs, some medium armor with some chain in there, with an armored helmet. I think you can make Oracle work. Yeah, like Gorilla Grodd for sure. He absolutely fits the mold. You dazed me, man. You dazed me. I didn't want to battle you. Real life pet level 5. Oh, poor Sam's. Right, we got to cross the bridge to get where we want to go. Gorilla spellstone. I mean, a gorilla tank. I'm pretty sure gorilla fits all the tank classes. It probably fits all the fighter classes. Like you said before, melee. It could honestly probably fit everything. Gorillas are just cool. Yeah, and even consider tank. I mean, you're big on the warrior, so depends on if you like warrior tanking or warrior DPS. Because if you like warrior DPS, fighter's gonna be more the jam there. All right, we can take on these guys. We can take on these guys for show. Got shadow mages. Yeah, I think tank's going to be a lot of like protector stuff. Less bruising. A fighter, I definitely, especially since they wanted to be a mobile DPS, not just a melee DPS. This a rogue. What's tank fighter? I mean, a knightly gorilla sounds pretty dope. And depending on what you could summon as your keeper, as your like summoning pet, you know, summoning another gorilla was be pretty dope. A gorilla calling in the pack. I mean, it sounds like you need to be a support and you need to play summoner as a gorilla and you need to go Beastmaster, and then you just need to have your entire silverback crew with you and just be a giant what would we call that? A pack of gorillas. I feel like I know this. A gang of gorillas. I'm pretty confident that's what you need to do. New summoner main. All right, try and cast some more shadow magic on me. Come on. Do it. I dare you. You're not going to do it? He didn't do it. Free regrowth. With a massive longbow. Yo. You throw your shadow at me. I'm just going to rain the moon on your skull. I don't really want to take two of you on. I could see some difficulty, the summoner being one of the only mage classes where you can really make physical weapons work. I mean, the mage with its weapon empowerment, as long as when you empower it, you still do like partial physical damage, it should work. But there's a lot of ifs on that. If it just auto changes it and then all you do is the magic damage, then you're probably right. Come on at me, rogue. Dang, Omen of Clarity's just been parocking like mad crazy. Here, I'll take that and you go nowhere. Oh, you didn't even hit me, dude. You missed. Oh my goodness. Bear? Aren't you like level 26 as well? Can you not? I really like this character. We're about to lose Omen of Clarity as well. I didn't quite need the healing touch, but we'll take the free heal. Really use another proc. This is why you're not supposed to fight anything 2 levels above you after you already engaged in battle. Give me some more thorns damage, please. Ooh, down goes the bear. All right. I could see some difficulty. We did that. Yeah, it won't be min-maxed, I don't think. And I also don't think min-maxing will be a big thing in Ashes, specifically for PvP combat. For PvE, it'll be min-maxed boss to boss, if that makes sense. Like some bosses will be more physical damage, some will be more arcane damage, so you'll want to bring different stuff. Because they'll use a staff or scepter, they want a melee, but maybe hybrid damage is super valuable in Ashes. Now that I think about the way they describe how moshers will have different kinds of resistances. Exactly. So maybe you're a battle mage who specializes in fire. If you add physical damage, it's a good way to make sure you're not terrible when you fight fire mobs. Plus, you still get all your frost and arcane spells and lightning spells. You don't lose them all. You can have a couple of them on the bar. Maces will have a mixture of physical damage stats and some magical stats. Yeah, and I think if you craft it, this is if they go real deep with, and I'm going to have a video talking about gear and affixes and how important they are. If they don't let you like specifically craft a weapon with fire damage and then craft a weapon with frost damage and then craft a weapon with holy damage, if they don't let you specialize those little additions to the gear that you're crafting, if there's just like a general bucket, like for example here, I've got these legs and this dagger up here that has +6 arcane damage and then +16 spell damage for the arcane. If we're not allowed to specialize that type of stuff, then it will be a lot less customizable to actually make specific builds work. Like if this was just plus like spell damage, so you can do all 3, then it's a far less meaningful to sit there and say I'm a fire mage, if all that makes sense, as I'm just rambling on about affixes into the gear and how important they are. But yeah, so you can actually spec into physical damage, so you can spec into making your weapon better, which could be advantageous for like a melee like cleric. You make your weapon a lot more because you want to save your mana for actually healing, and then you do your extra damage from that. So, but it's all about how in depth they do it. I like the class system and the primary, secondary, primary, all that works no problem. But it's, there's like the little hearts in the way of, but it's the weapons and the gear. Yeah, I mean, that's really what makes everything work. Mage secondary might want to be really sought after for any magic class, simply because you'll have more mana. You'll have more mana, and if the augments work, you'll have more access to different spell damage, because you'll have access to all the elementals. So if you're a cleric and you want to have fire damage because you're battling like you're in the tundra and you're battling giant snowmen and you want some fire spells, you take mage secondary so you can augment with fire spells, so you can have a couple of fire spells that do more damage or do something specific to these mobs. This bear is doing stuff. The moon hath spoken. We need more vials. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I really like classic WoW as far as like stats and stuff, because I can equip these two items and I just get flat damage increase to my Starfire and my Moonfire. So like I can put these legs on where I'm not anticipating taking damage. Like right now I'm soloing, I can anticipate that. But this piece would be even better if I could also have intellect on there to make my mana pool better and then make my chance to crit and stuff. But because I can find gear to here, I can actually make my damage, my spells do a little bit more damage. But yeah, like Shadow Mage, like adding, I can only imagine adding like the rogue secondary is going to give you opportunity to add shadow damage to your kit. And then even if you do allow that, you can have like increased spell damage, and then you could kind of have like buckets. So you could like do increase like elemental damage or increase like darkness damage. So it increases shadow and death magic. Like you could also have buckets and stuff if you want more generic affixes to add to gear. But the more you can the more you can add for affixes, it makes you want to go out and get more gear for crafting, because you're going to have to get specific materials to craft the affixes you want. And then now the crafting system is a lot more in depth. And that's your gear chase instead of just chasing, you know, the next raid. You got me thinking Spellblade and the Ranger with Mage. Forgot the name. Ranger with Mage is a Scion. Yeah, physical with added elemental. And then maybe there's some like interactions you can do with that. Yeah, you'll have a you'll make yourself kind of a, not necessarily a jack of all trades, but you'll be able to counter or at least battle against both types of armor sets. So basically, if you come up to a caster, you want to use more of your fire spells, or a caster in cloth armor, you want to use more of your physical spells. But if you come up to a caster that has plate armor, now you want to use more of your fire spells, because your fire spells are going to have the advantage in the combat. So this guy, I don't know if I stunned him. I don't know what happened there. I don't think I have stun on this. Yeah. We haven't spec'd into it yet. The Syndicate's going down, man. All right, so now I just need Watchmen and Marksmen. Or Rogues, good grief. Yeah, Scion definitely sounds cool. Come on over here. Guess I'll let you hit me first. Bear, you need to go away. We got a resist. You've resisted my move. Yeah, I definitely think dual damaging, like when you add an effect that does dual damage, I think that will be very good for diversity on how you build your gear. Is level 26 bears, man. I do want to battle you, but I kind of want to not be hurting. Thank you. Yeah, a Spellblade will for sure benefit from the elementals that adds to it. 100%. As I'm running into this spooter. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. It's gonna poison me. I gotta remember, bear form is my defensive form because I can lower the physical damage. Eee. Tauren are fantastic. Indeed, and that's why I think they could absolutely set up a Tauren leaves the Horde. Or they force out the Forsaken. Or at least anyone that joins up with the Royal Apothecary. That's actually a really good way to put it. Trolls are definitely spiritual, but not so moral. Or at least that's kind of how they feel. Trolls are actually pretty dunked on in the lore. If you've ever watched those lore videos, the trolls are pretty much the biggest losers of World of Warcraft. We don't need mages, we need rogues. Oh yeah, Beck definitely have troll vibes. But I definitely think they also have a little bit more peaceful vibe to them. At least I haven't noticed too much of that like cannibalist vibes head hunting or head shrinking and the whatnot. Yeah, my big excitement for group play is playing Summoner as a support class. Which is why I'm hoping the Necromancer isn't so selfish of a class. Because if it's mainly based on like self-healing and stuff and like self-debuffing the enemy. Got ourselves a big old group of dudes here. All right, we need 2 more watchmen. Hey, Mr. Spooter, can you go somewhere else? I mean, I have no qualms with that sort of roleplay. It's your Guerrilla Templar. It's your main. Can't mess with that. Come on down over here. Not the button I wanted to click, but, you know, we'll drop some Starfires. All right, all right, all right. So over here, we have to rescue and do those guys. I think we just head on back. That's what we do. I mean, that is the beauty that you're kind of negating of Ash's class design. When you choose your archetype, you're choosing 8 classes you can play. Granted, you're choosing 1 role, but you're choosing 8 classes that you can kind of change it up. That's a swimming spider right there. It is in the water. Arc Reaper was a Torn warrior. He didn't make it. Got an undead mage. I might be. Oh, there we go. He didn't want the thorns, which I don't blame him. Right. And I want leather armor, so that's no good. I would much rather have what I'm wearing, but we'll grab it just in case I want to change it. And now we got the Thunderbluff quest. We are making some progress today. Thank you, thank you. Especially if you heal more while you're being hit. So not only do you want to be hit, just because you can mitigate damage because you're tanking the tank secondary augments, but a good source of your healing is also being hit. That's what I want to see out of the Apostle. They get hit, they do tons of healing. Alright, we can either go slay some of those guys, or we can roll back to Stone Talon. I think Stone Talon... not sure. Ashenville's definitely the no. Yeah, when I look at the clerics, I look at it as like the Templar. I want it to heal while it's hitting, while it's doing damage, especially in a melee range, like around the character. Apostle, a lot of healings when I'm getting hit, because that's what you want tanks to do. You want them to get hit. So I can do some like big heals or like some passive heals while I'm getting hit. Shadow Disciple. Heals, I mean, you're adding damage, but you're also adding shadow. So it might be cool if like your buffs buff like a secondary thing, like damage or something. That one would be interesting. Another mage, glass cannon. Enjoy some defense. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Ooh, watch out, Sam's. A Shadow Disciple with a melee staff. That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe like a pole arm. You could do more of like a scythe. I think that would be pretty sick. Or some sickles would be pretty cool. Like 2 like one-handed sickles. That'd be pretty sweet. What were we doing? I think we were leaving Torn Mill. It says it's a level 22 quest. Is this something that I can actually do? Supposedly I can do this this quest as well. Should probably at least go and level up some skills. Decide where to go from there. Undercity. Pole arms are one of the most underutilized weapon types in most RPGs. At least older ones. Final Fantasy does it pretty well with the Dragoons. But actually the Tauren that are walking around the starter zone in Mulgore, they all have pole arms. They all have spears. Actually, I have a warrior, an undead warrior, that the RP, the theme around him is in life. He was like a dragoon from Final Fantasy. He hunted dragons and he used pole arms. So the warrior that I'm leveling there, I think it's level 20. All I'm going to use are pole arms. I'm going to spec into the arm spec and get pole arm specialization, and that's kind of the fantasy behind that character. Dynasty Warriors and Eastern style games, there's a lot of spikes and halberds. Yeah, my undead warrior, all he uses are pole arms. Finally got him to level 20 so I can actually start the fantasy. But I mean, you're not missing out on too much just doing the regular arms spec. Yeah. And like just looking at the talent tree, which once we land, I'll log in and kind of talk about my thoughts, because I think agility is going to be the way to go and get more crit. And you take the talents like Impale and the other ones, which scream pole arm, but they have like increased crit damage for like your, dang, why am I blanking on the spell? Overpower. But yeah, this is my polearm undead warrior. He's already got a nice sweet little blue here. We'll see where he's been sitting. He's been sitting here for a few days. Get out of here. But yeah, like Impale increases crit strike damage bonuses from your abilities. So this only works on yellow damage abilities. So like Heroic Strike, Overpower. But over here, you increase your Overpower strike chance. So you get a ton of agility. You get this improve Overpower. You get Impale. You have your increased crit strike from pole arms. And you just go ham on those cool abilities, and that, you know, gets me really excited as I jump in the fire. Already rocking with the Gargoyle's Bite. I mean, granted, this gives 10 strength, but it's the best starting pole arm. I think it's going to be a blasty blast of a DPS warrior. Popping overpower anytime it strikes, and hopefully you're getting big crits, big crits when it pops. You know, I was thinking about doing like a Fury Warrior because it sounded really dope, especially after watching Zaryu with the Zarbarian. It looks really fun. Yeah, I really hope they go that route too. When you're a fighter, your weapon is your subclass. Like, that's kind of how this feels. Like, you go into specialization, you go into mace, sword, or axe, or polearm. You choose what it is. It's kind of like Diablo 2. You know, you get your hit rating from choosing the skill points for the different weapons. So that's how you get your skill points for all that. So there's my Tauren Shaman. That's only hit level 10. I haven't decided how I want to level him. That's the priest that I'm probably not going to level because I want to level an Alliance priest. But Hooper, there's my soon-to-be pirate assassin rogue. So we're going to go into the rogue real fast because visually, I don't know if you have played classic WoW forever. I need to go somewhere that I can attack mobs. So the biggest like visual look, we're gonna get there. Once I can start attacking mobs, we're gonna get there. But there's a huge difference in playing undead female versus playing any of the other rogues. And it's what the character model does on Eviscerate and Gouge. Because on the other races, like human, both human characters, on the male undead rogue, like Eviscerate's just a spin move. Heroic Strike's just like this spin move. And it's not that cool looking. You don't really notice what you're doing. But like, I've been doing this like in your face rogue gameplay. And the reason this rogue's level 10 is because I got up, I think level 28 or so, and then I died. Because it's hardcore. And sometimes you do stupid stuff. But anyways, the abilities look so much better on the female rogue. I really wish I had more sprint. All right, there should be something that I can tack over here. And I just hope they think about this type of stuff when they're creating how the skills look in Ashes. I also have skinning here, so I'm going to take my free money before we do this little showcase. I have to hope we're in the light. I mean, we don't really need to be in the light. But like, I got this like in your face thing here. Boom. I do a flip. And then I do a flip for Eviscerate. And the other characters, they just do a spin move. And it does not feel as good to sit there and do a flip when you're doing these moves. So like what I just did there was I was just charging the enemy. I flip over while I'm holding W because it's gonna attack me. And then I go in and I hit my back stab, and it just feels good because I did the flip over to stun him. I don't know. Like, I'm just doing the front stabby, whoop, jump over, flipping, backstab, do a flip to knock him down. It just feels so good. Like, I feel like my character's doing so much more. It's come, like I just mentioned Zaryu with the Zarbarian. He's leveling up as a a fury warrior barbarian, and he says just like the act of like having two swords just feels like he's doing more like on his character than he does with arms. I just flip over as I terribly turn myself around. Just feels really good. Yeah, the fluidity. Like, I'm hoping that you get some of that stuff from, especially from the rogue gameplay, or if they want like the fighter to be a mobility class, like it's got to be able to like feel like you're doing that type of stuff. It's been a hot minute since I've played this character. It just feels so good. Just like, oh, I'm coming at you. Oh, as I missed that one, but it's fine because I'm going to be killing you there. Just doing my spins. Didn't have the there's this like glitchy thing that happens too. If the mob's looking a specific direction, that's the direction it will be stunned, but the character model will move, so I'm not sure if I'm behind him or not, so I just gotta like mash backstab to see if I'm behind him. But just visually, it just feels so much better. And just like, oh, I'm behind you. Boom, I'm backstabbing you. Oh, I'm gonna kill you. I'm doing a flip and coming down on your skull. Feels real good. Oh, you're gonna come at me? Nope, I'm behind you. Need to get back to that little, gotta flip the camera. Skill-based game. As it blocks me. I didn't even know where I was. But yeah, hopefully that made sense. As now I'm feeling good sprinting around on a rogue. Gotta keep that rested XP up. Are you thinking on retail, what's your next retail class is going to be? Do 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 do. See if there's any other options, and then we'll do it. Huh? Thanks, Sams. Thanks for the kisses. I see you. You're right there. You're right there. Hi. Hello. Hello. Sorry. Girlfriend was talking about dinner because we both haven't eaten all day. I do like Druid. I want to try Priest, just not sure what race. So, can you make an Orc Priest in retail? Is that a thing? I don't think I've ever seen one. But as of patch 10.0, look at that. Or no, that's the... How long have they been able to be priests? What am I having a brain fart with? That's just lore. I'm so confused. You got me baffled now, man. You completely stun locked me. I mean, an Orc Priest sounds cool. Orc Shaman sounds way cooler. But where I was gonna go before you stun locked me with that. Oh my goodness. Orc classes. You have to like turn on retail. See how many of these. Are you pulling my chain? No, there it is. Priest. There it is. Oh my goodness. It's an option. You do like your big beefy characters. Even, I mean, female ones doesn't really have a beefy character model. But anyways, undead priests as stereotypical as... Are you sure they could have all, like, if I create a character right here, I can make an orc priest? It's right here. No orc priest in classic. So as far as vanilla, there were no orc priests. So during some expansion that I don't remember when, they were at it. As it just disconnects me. According to this wiki page, orcs got the priest class as of Dragonflight. So the fact that I haven't played Dragonflight makes sense that I wouldn't know orc priests were a thing. Oh man, you had me feeling like an absolute ham, dude. Oh my gosh. Good grief. Yeah, they got mages in Kata. They got monks in Mist. They got straight backs in BFA. And then priests in Dragonflight. Oh my goodness. Well, since it's new, it's probably cool. One thing I like doing is I like seeing if there's any fan art. Orc priest art. No one's really made any artwork for orc priests. Could be cool. But anyways, undead priests, Lao War shows that like undead are undead and holy damage burns and hurts undead. So anytime an undead priest uses a holy ability in the lore, they're technically harming themselves to do good to, you know, their allies and such. So that's why I specifically love the undead priest fantasy. But that's the RP element in me. Got a human warrior just hanging out. Costumed. All right. Where is my class trainer in here? Yeah, it would be definitely impractical. It's definitely cool. Wants there be no class trainer in this because this is classic. There's none. We got to go to Moonglade. But it would be cool. The Templar class gets his powers from the sun, but you can somehow be a vampire. That's very unfortunate. That is a bummer. Which is like why like vampire classes like role play wise don't work in games like this. A game like Vampire Survivors, they work because they incorporate sunlight into the gameplay. But Priest sounds dope. Is this person outside? Am I being a fool of a took? Right there. We have so much stuff we haven't bought. I mean, are you for sure like horde only, or do you like do you make alliance characters? All right, what do we need first? Need you first. Definitely need that. Take it. Tiger's Fury. Do it. Do it. Do it. We're going to hold off on all of those. So we just got some cat stuff. Probably more alliance leaning. So dwarven priests are always super cool. Especially if there's some way you can make it like a melee priest, which I don't know if you can in retail. Rake. And we want Tiger Fury. We're gonna do a little bit of this. See, that's one of my big problems with WoW is paladins are melee clerics. So if you want to make a melee cleric, you just make a paladin. But sometimes you don't want to, you know, make a paladin. Actually, should I move this to 2? I should. We're going like that. Keep it similar. What else do we get? Nothing else. Nada. All right, so let's... You're really gonna do this to me? We're going back to Torrin Mill, or Terran Mill. If this was classic WoW, I would say go with a female priest and then RP as a Scarlet Crusade priest that you absolutely despise the undead and the scourge. Because that is a phenomenal fantasy. But also, Night Elves priests are super cool. Like Priestess of Elune, super dope. Because now you're getting your light from the moon, which is technically getting it from the sun, but... Like, see, now you got me, like, not wanting to do min-maxing on this increases spirit and do a night elf priest as my priest character that I level. Because they're dope as priests. Troll priests are weird. I'm surprised they didn't give Tauren priest, but they gave it paladin. They gave it paladin, right? I'm not thinking of just ascension. Why would you do that to me? Let's see what Google says. Best race for priest. Goblin, Void Elf, Human, Undead, Pandarian, Night Elf is according to the Game Rant. That's a list via Game Rant. Yeah, Priestess of the Loon. Sounds really cool. You've already made your Orc Priest. Okay. I mean, they're new. There's probably some really cool lore behind it. Probably some really sweet lore. Yeah, that, like, base looks really cool. Tom Keck needs to do some of these models and remake them like he did all his other, you know, models that he's remade. Why do you have that on all of a sudden? You're not wearing that in game. Priest looked like it was getting some cool stuff. Now, I think Shadow Priest would be really dope on an orc. Really tapping into that stuff. Because I'm thinking like Night Elf because, you know, the holy side looks really cool. Even though the darkness of the moon and Shadow Priest could be kind of cool too. But I think I'm gonna peace on out of here today. I appreciate you hanging out again, man. I'm gonna be on tomorrow if you want to hang out again tomorrow too. We'll probably be playing the priest tomorrow because I'm really itching to play a night elf priest. So we'll start that character tomorrow. But appreciate you hanging out again. I'm gonna go ahead and dip on out and go eat some dinner. You'll have to tell me how the priest is feeling, because if I come back to WoW retail, I'm probably gonna either play priest or druid. I think I'm gonna stick to range, play priest or druid. I'd really like to get back into some PvP, but I don't think there's a PvP scene on retail. Sweet, man. Appreciate you. But later.